Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm hoping you guys are all having a fantastic day. So it's Friday, it's a good day. Today we will be talking about the potential for a fairly significant system that will be occurring into next week, and in general a very snowy pattern that will be approaching us, that will be affecting us, and will be occurring over us. So let's just jump right into this. If you'd like to actually, first before we do, if you'd like to support this channel, you can do so by subscribing. That's greatly appreciated. So thank you for doing that. So right now we're looking at the GFS model, and let's just go right through this. We are seeing a storm making its way in the Weather Channel called the Winter Storm Maya. That's completely, if you like it, if you like what they do, I don't know. I'm kind of in between. I see where the people both sides are coming from. Some people like that the Weather Channel calls the winter storms names. Some people don't. I'm somewhere in between, but it's Winter Storm Maya, I guess, making its way onto the northwest. Cities like Seattle, Portland will see snow, and this is the funny thing, guys. Not really funny. The cool thing, some of the cities in the Northwest, which typically don't see snow, could see over a foot of snow in the next 10 days. And this is just a very rare event. It doesn't occur that much. We're seeing very cold conditions for the northwestern two-thirds of the country, while the southeast is baking in warm temperatures. And this will continue to last into much of February. And it's an exciting pattern for those that will see the snow. I mean, assuming you like snow, and exciting for those that like the rain and warm conditions in the south. But if you live in the south, South Carolina or Georgia, Alabama, it does not look too good for snow. Not really. I've got a couple of questions earlier, comments asking, will Georgia, Atlanta see snow? Will South Carolina see snow at this point? Most likely not for the rest of this winter, unless a big storm or something, a big pattern change occurs. So we're seeing Winter Storm Maya encroaching onto the northwest, and we see a system not really related to Winter Storm Maya, but uses a little bit of the energy that it disperses into the Rockies. And you can see a band of moderate snow, I would say late to moderate, definitely not heavy, and a little bit of icing into Missouri, into Illinois, and into Indiana, while the snow stays on the northern side into Wisconsin, Michigan, northern Indiana, northern Illinois, and Iowa. This is not a big hitting event. However, you can see that it does not really, it's like almost connected. We see that first wave of snow, and then we see that second storm, or Winter Storm Maya, come in, and it's a big system, guys. We could be looking at some ice, freezing rain, sleet in those areas that are in pink. So definitely an event to watch for. And as we go on in time with this, we see that it doesn't really make a too much of a northeast movement. It does, obviously, but not some of these storms that completely made it way up here. It gradually moves towards the west, which allows more time for the snow to fall. And the northeast earlier on in the week was looking as if they could be seeing heavy snow out of this. At this point, it seems like it will start off with a period of heavy snow. You can see right there almost a second system starting to develop right here in it. And maybe a couple of inches will fall, but not as much as you previously thought. But there's going to be many other snowstorms that are going to occur throughout this time. And I mean, in the next couple of weeks, that will potentially bring snow to the northeast. So the GFS is actually very, very robust with this. You can see it's showing as much as 13, 11, over 6 inches of snow with that initial burst of snow before it changes over to rain with that storm, which would be Winter Storm Maya. Let's go to the northeast and check this out. So we see 11, 14 inches in the green. The green is over a foot of snow, and then in the pink, that is over 6 inches of snow. And we see quite a good area covered in pink. And I think the GFS is overdoing it. I don't think there will be this much snow, but this could be one of those systems where it's like Winter Storm Avery all over again, where it's initially a little bit of snow, or quite a bit of snow according to this model, and then transitioning over to rain. We could be looking at that this time around. Maybe a couple of inches of snow for New York, Boston, New York City, I should say, Boston. But we'll just have to see what happens with this, because not all the models are agreeing with this. If you go to the FV3 GFS, it's starting to do a similar thing what the GFS is doing, but you can see it's way further to the south. If we look at this, potentially New York City getting over a foot of snow with this. and the previous models were absolutely going insane. You could see this was yesterday's morning model run. You could see way further to the south. I mean, all the way into possibly North Carolina. Let's go to maybe let's go 00Z Thursday, so midnight Wednesday. Look at some of these amounts, fairly significant for Boston, 16, 17, 20. And this is what the FE3 GFS showed. Now it's showing a little bit less, but still very significant. Fairly and very significant. I combined that word there. Significant snow for the Northeast, and this could definitely be an event where it could disrupt travel, especially since this will be occurring Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this is not loading for some reason. Let's see if we could go to MSLP, precip, and frozen. I want to take you through the storm one by one. So potentially a very snowy active pattern. That's like the main thing you should get out of this. And I'll show you the temperatures in just a minute, the anomalies. But it's looking like the northwestern 2/3 will be very cold, below average. That's why the Northwest, Seattle, Portland, Olympia, all those cities are getting a lot of snow, and they will continue to get storms as they're getting pummeled by systems. So right now we're seeing, or right now, Friday. This is the old model run. Let's go to the freshest, newest FV3 model run. It's been a little bit delayed this today. I don't really know why, but it has been. So it's only at 12Z. Usually we'd be looking at 18Z. But we have a system pulling out that, it was Winter Storm Lucian. Still a little bit snow showers, the lake effect. But then again, we see that first wave of snow getting into New York, possibly New York City, Pennsylvania. But that's not the big show. The big show starts right here. And you see this? This is very extremely heavy snow. And remember, Winter Storm Avery, we saw the snow transition to rain very, very slowly. And it was actually much slower than predicted. So with this, if this could happen again, we could be looking at several inches of snow. Several inches for sure, if not more. Maybe a foot of snow in some of these areas. Look how heavy that is. That is also sleet. Not much freezing rain, but mainly sleet and snow before it transitions to snow. Before it transitions to rain, and then after maybe a little bit of wraparound. But again, the FE3 GFS newest model run is showing quite a bit of snow. I mean, 14, 15 inches. New York City around, what is that? Around 11, 13 inches. That would be a big storm. So let's go to the Midwest right now and see what the FE3 GFS. The Midwest has been a little bit more consistent, or the models have been a little bit more consistent with the Midwest. Somewhere in the Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin range seems the highest. Northern Illinois, where my fellow Chicagoans, it's a little bit controversial between the models right now. The European is showing some snow. The GFS ensembles are pushing it a little bit just to the north of us, even though this model shows us in the heavy snow. If you look at the actual MSLP rain and frozen, it's really mainly a little bit of snow at the beginning, and then a little bit, and then just transitioning to rain, and then potentially snow again. But it doesn't seem like there will be insane amounts in the Chicago area, according to the GFS. Also, look at these amounts of, or these rates of snow here in the Sierras. I mean, it will be ridiculous rates. And the snow for Seattle, there will be snow in Portland. Let's go to total snowfall. And some of these amounts here, I can't even go and click on, but they will be in the 100 inches and above. So California has been seeing ridiculous snowfall amounts this year, and that's a good thing because, again, they need it. So let's quickly go to the European model. I already have it pulled up on Seattle. Look at this. Seattle, Washington, according to this model, around 17, 18 inches of snow in the next 10 days, which would be absolutely ridiculous. Portland, Oregon, a little bit less, but still very substantial, around 14 inches of snow. And then look at the mountains just to the east of Portland and Seattle. Look at that. Potentially as much as 58, 60 inches of snow. Let's go to the Sierra Nevada and let's see how much snow they could expect. Again, 65. I think the European is even underestimating it a bit. I think there will be several amounts that will be over 100 inches in the next 10 days. And look at that. It's almost the whole state of Nevada, maybe even Las Vegas getting a few snow showers, getting a few flurries. That would not be that would be fairly significant. But the northern side of Las Vegas, look at that, potentially a dusting of some sort. This is, again, for spanning for the next 10 days. But still, if Las Vegas were to see snow, that would be a very rare event. They rarely do see that. And look at this. This is what the European model is showing for the Northeast and Midwest. Very heavy snow with that first system, and heavy snow for the Northeast with that with that, not the first system though. Well, yeah, the first system, Winter Storm Maya, and again, look at that. Some amounts maybe up to 20 inches. Let's hit the Midwest right now, just in particular from the Winter Storm Maya, because the next 10 days include a couple of other systems. But you could see Chicago's right on the border with this. We could be seeing snow, we could be not. Iowa, seeing quite a bit in northwest Iowa, mainly. Fairly confident that area seeing some snow. Even if the track shifts quite a bit, it seems like Iowa and Minnesota will be fairly in on this. Unless it shifts way further to the south, then Minnesota will be on the northern flank. But Iowa still should be good on this. And look at that. European, a little bit less with these amounts for the Northeast with that initial burst, but still 9 inches could fall within that. And let's zoom in on New York City. You can see 4 inches. Central New Jersey, southern New Jersey around 5 inches. So that's what the European has to say. Let's quickly do it. Okay, that is a little bit longer than expected. I was going to show you the charts on the National Weather Service, but there's really nothing going on in the eastern other than some wind chill advisories, some lake effect, some flooding or some runoff water, some river floodings in the Ohio Valley. A little bit of icing event could be occurring around Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas, and then a big snow right here. Big snowstorms, a big snowstorm and big snow for the Northwest. So that's probably the main story. So thank you guys so much for watching, and consider subscribing. I'll catch you all guys in the next episode. See ya. Bye.